The man or the bear social experiment, which began as a viral hypothetical in early 2024, has evolved by late 2025 into a profound cultural case study. What started as a TikTok prompt, asking women if they would rather be alone in the woods with a man or a bear, has fractured the social contract between genders, leading to a phenomenon sociologists now call the social reciprocity crisis. The female perspective, the search for predictability. The narrative of the experiment was initially driven by a collective outpouring of female vulnerability. As Dr. Gil Harrop, a registered forensic psychologist, noted in her June 2025 Psychology Today article, Revisiting Man vs. Bear, the choice of the bear was rarely about the animal's lethality. Instead, it was a commentary on the believability gap and the systemic nature of male violence. Women argued that a bear's behavior is instinctual and predictable. It does not possess malice or the capacity for psychological torture. Furthermore, Dr. Harrop highlighted a poignant societal truth. If a woman is attacked by a bear, she is met with universal sympathy. Citing research by Anderson and Overby, 2020, the article points out that victims of male violence often face second victimization, where they are interrogated about what they were wearing or if they had been drinking. In the woods, the bear represents a threat that requires no explanation, while the unknown man represents a threat that society often blames the woman for inviting. The male perspective, the weight of deep offense. While the female perspective focused on systemic safety, the male reaction was defined by a deep, personal sense of betrayal. For the good men, those who have spent their lives socialized as protectors, the comparison was more than a thought experiment. It was a visceral insult to their identity. The depth of this offense is rooted in the roles these men inhabit as fathers, husbands, and sons. These are men who would willingly sacrifice their lives to protect their wives and daughters from any threat, animal or human. To be told that their mere existence in a public space is viewed as more terrifying than a predatory beast felt like a total rejection of their moral character. Many men felt that by being grouped into a monolithic threat, their individual integrity and the invisible labor of the protection they provide were being erased. The turning point, the risk of the helpful intent. By 2025, this offense shifted from silent resentment to active withdrawal. This was fueled by the rise of creep-shaming and public harassment viral content. Men began to perceive a high social risk in being helpful. The logic became, if I stop to help a woman with a flat tire, I risk being filmed, labeled a weirdo on social media, or having my helpful intent misinterpreted as predatory behavior. As the Psychology Today article suggests, a lack of understanding regarding what makes women feel safe has led to a breakdown in communication. Men who once saw it as a duty to carry heavy items or offer roadside assistance now perform a risk assessment. They have concluded that in a digital age where one creepy label can ruin a career, the safest path for a good man is to remain a stranger and keep moving. The real-world consequence, the opt-out and increased danger. The most tragic narrative arc of this experiment is the resulting social reciprocity crisis. By offending and vilifying the good men, the very demographic that serves as a deterrent to actual predators, a vacuum of public safety has been created. Sociological observations in 2025 show that many men have opted out of the traditional social contract. Men are increasingly driving past women stranded on the side of the road to avoid potential conflict or accusation. Research by Witte and Flexenhaar, 2025, indicates that men are now more likely to engage in stereotyping and psychological distancing. If they feel their protection is unwanted, they withhold it, even in potentially dangerous situations. This withdrawal has created a world that is objectively more dangerous. When good men stop acting as active bystanders to protect their own reputations, women are left more vulnerable to the small percentage of bad men who never cared about the man and the bear argument in the first place. Conclusion: the escalation of the gender war. The ultimate tragedy of the man or the bear experiment is its role as a primary catalyst for the intensifying gender war. By villainizing men in a broad, monolithic fashion, The discourse has effectively isolated the very group women need most, their allies. The good men who once served as active bystanders and protectors are the ones most likely to be hurt by the comparison. Their withdrawal doesn't just result in a lack of help with flat tires, it removes the protective layer of public safety. This creates a dangerous feedback loop, villainization. Women express a preference for the bear, signaling that men are inherently dangerous. Offense and withdrawal. The good men take offense and opt out of the social contract to protect themselves from being labeled creepers. As a result, women are left alone in public spaces. Without the presence of good men acting as a deterrent, actual predators, who never cared about the bear debate to begin with, find it easier to operate. Confirmation. The resulting increase in danger confirms the original fear, pushing both sides further into their respective trenches. In 2025, the man or the bear debate has proven that when you push away your allies, you don't find safety. You find isolation. The villainization of men has not made the woods or the world safer. It has simply ensured that when a woman is in trouble, she is more likely to be truly alone. This has become the unfortunate consequence that was born from a simple TikTok social experiment. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment any ideas or topics you would like to see covered.